Alright, here we have Diana about to attempt something she's never done before. That's making biscuits.
Biscuits.
Southern style biscuits.
Biscuits. Take milk. I should have. What milk did you use? Coconut?
Regular milk. Skim milk. Or not skim milk, but low fat milk.
What if I used almond milk?
That is cat. Yeah, no. Huh?
What if I used this almond milk?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to make biscuits like that. Like, I don't know if it's butter, milk. Okay, I don't know how much milk is the leavener in this situation. Like when you cook milk, or when you boil milk, actually, it does puff up a lot. And that probably has a higher temperature to puff up, so it might make it harder to rise, actually.
That's okay, I'll give a lot of butter.
Alright, well.
Who's your grater?
Huh?
Grater?
Grater.
Grater.
Look in the top shelf.
Here?
Yeah, it's like a small one. How big's the bigger holes? Yeah, it's gonna be kind of pain in the ass to do that. But I mean, yeah, it's not. That's probably not even worth it. I would just cut it up and do it by hand. But yeah, you can definitely try.
Do that whole thing on here.
So Diana, I hear you're in a band. I hear you like to play bass guitar.
Who told you that?
Didn't you guys have a show?
A show?
You guys never performed
No, not yet.
in front of anyone? Even one person's an audience, you know?
What?
They say in acting, if you have one person watching you, you have an audience.
Oh yeah, we've had a few. I don't know, not enough to constitute a real audience.
Right.
No, that's not. That doesn't even work. So, let's do this. Whole stick of butter. I don't know if anyone's going to watch this tutorial.
Why not? It makes perfect sense because we're okay. Okay, we had a moment of silence there, but we're going to get back on track here. So right now she's going to cut up the butter because normally you would use a cheese grater to grate the butter, but I don't have one, so can't do that. So now she's cutting it by hand. But you know, I think it's an art form to make baking. So there's probably a lot of people that say doing it by hand, like crushing it up as a raw stick, is the best way. Who knows? Who knows what the best way is? I mean, who has the best biscuits in the world? You know, it's based on everybody's opinion. So some people might like flat biscuits.
Who likes flat biscuits?
Well, not many people, but I'm saying hypothetically someone could like a flat biscuit.
Hypothetically.
Right. As many assholes out there with as many weird things they like, I'm sure that some guy out there likes flat biscuits.
Are you saying that people that like flat biscuits are assholes?
No. I'm saying that people in general are assholes, and the ones that like flat biscuits are worse than them.
I'm not ready yet.
It's alright. Just keep focusing on what you're doing. You'll do alright. Don't worry. You're not just fucking everything up right now.
Sure.
The world.
Whatever, mine are gonna be better than yours. You'll see. You'll all see. You're gonna be so good.
What do you think aliens think about food? Like, do you think they view it like the more sophisticated we get, the more sophisticated our palate gets? You think aliens have the same sense of type of I don't know, resemblance to the human liking, interpretation, or encumbrance, or not a new what's the word for it? The whole spectrum of what humans like and what they tend to, you know what I'm saying, that all fucked up.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Alright, what am I trying to say? What humans I don't know. Humanism.
So you're
Human
asking me if
kindness.
aliens are like humans.
Yeah. You're like they're advanced us. No?
Possibly.
No, not like us, but in that sense is what I mean. Because some things in the universe are similar. Actually, a lot of things in the universe are similar as far as we know it. So our perception of aliens would have to be somewhat similar to something we know, I would think. Unless they're like an entity we can't even perceive. I would think that would be something in a different universe, though, entirely. Like,
Different dimension.
yeah.
Possibly.
It's the whole black matter thing that I think about most in terms of the unexplainable forces of the universe. Like, what if when all the bad people die, they turn into black matter, right? And that's hell. And then you can go to nirvana, which is heaven, and then you turn into like the white matter, which is the energy that eventually gets sucked back in and blown back out. But what if the war is always raging? Every time that happens, if the black matter becomes strong enough, then it can take over. It's like a constant war between both of them. Each time it expands and explodes. And it's like a reset, and we keep doing things over and over again. And sometimes it's more black and sometimes it's more white. But ultimately, everyone's little life force gets pushed out there. But eventually, if they go dark enough, it'll pull. Because they say the universe is expanding when it should be slowing down. But eventually, it's just going to pull itself away. Or maybe that's the life force that's all matter. It's just that constant variance between one thing to the next. Because if there's nothing, then it's the opposite of something. So it creates like a paradox where it creates itself. The universe created itself because there's an opposite. Like there's heat and there's cold. There's an opposite of there being a universe and there not being one. So that paradox alone could cause something to happen.
The fact that things are in motion and in constant change means that we exist. Nothing is static. Nothing remains static unless it doesn't exist. As far as we know, it's not possible for something to not have its counterpart or to not have its motions.
Yeah, for every action, there's an opposite reaction. So the force of there being nothing would create something.
Yes. And here we stand today.
How's that going? Oh, you know what I should do? It's not a very good video because I'm all the way back here.
Yeah, dummy.
Let me think about that. So you're
There you are.
cutting up the stuff over there.
Yeah, I was trying to cut them into smaller bits. Taking longer than I expected, and I want to chill it afterwards, so I turned off the oven.
Oh, that's a good thing to use to do that. A fork, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So, make it smaller.
There are the biscuits I made earlier. They're coconut.
They look like coffee cake.
Yeah. Oh, see,
They're
that
still
one's kind
good.
of fluffy.
They're so good. They're good.
They're not. They rose some. I used coconut milk instead of regular milk.
Yeah.
And the oven wasn't up very high. I mean, it was up, but
What temperature was it?
I think it should have definitely been browned more. Actually, the bottom is brown. Actually, it was up high enough, I think.
What temperature?
It was at 370, I believe.
And how long did you cook it for?
22 minutes.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Look at the biscuits. Oh, shit.
So, let's see.
When did you first realize the universe did not contain... Never mind. I don't know where I was going with that. What were you saying?
No, yours sounded a bit more interesting.
When did you determine that there was no God?
It's not a question of no God. It's a question of the God that I was raised to believe in.
So you do believe in a supernatural entity of some sorts? Oh, okay. Do you,
But, what was your question?
do you believe there's like one or a bunch?
Both.
Oh, okay.
I think there's one and they take many forms.
Yeah,
Us being one of them.
right.
We are our own gods. We can create our
In a
future.
sense, but a God by the sense of the word is omnipotent. Sometimes humans don't know what they're doing.
That's because they're not fully aware yet of what they are and what their potential is. They think they're insignificant. And that
Hey,
they feel powerless. They can't manifest any of their wishes or dreams.
yeah. That's true. But then again, so what you're saying is we're not actually, I don't know. I'm kind of lost on the argument now.
You
I don't think there's even a debate going on.
Was there a debate? I thought you were just asking me a question.
I think I was. So, what you got there?
This is baking powder.
Baking powder.
I just put in a little bit of milk or
Mm.
salt.
Yeah. For anybody wanting the recipe, if you look in the description, it's not going to be there because it's a family recipe. We ain't sharing that shit. Most people can't even comprehend how to do some shit like this anyway, so it wouldn't even matter if we gave you the whole secret formula.
So you're just putting this on there to tease people.
No.
Yeah.
It's more of a general instructional video on how to make biscuits. It's not a full-on video. It's like for if you're stoned and you don't really want to go make biscuits, but you're going to buy some at Popeyes, and you just want to watch this video. You're like, yeah, look at that girl with a fucking fat booty make biscuits. This is a cool video.
That's the selling point?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that would probably make it get a bunch of views.